Hello! Today we are going to walk through creating a custom analytic role in Microsoft Sentinel. We have three main options for creating roles. The most common type is the schedule query role, which is what you'll likely use most of the time. There is also the NRT or near real-time query role, which is similar to the standard schedule query but runs more frequently, providing near real-time alerts. Lastly, there is the Microsoft Incident Creation role, which is less useful if you already have an XDR connector in place or unified integration between Sentinel and XDR enabled. Let's create a scheduled query role. Start by giving it a name that follows a good naming convention and makes sense to you. In this scenario, I am setting a role to monitor for any device activity related to ChatGPT for auditing purposes. Make sure to include a well-written description. This should explain the logic behind the role, what it's looking for, and provide clear steps for analysts to decide whether the alert is a true positive or not. About adjusting severity levels, here's a quick breakdown to help you choose the right severity. Feel free to pause the video for a moment to take a deeper look at it. Next, you can add the relevant techniques from MITRE ATT&CK framework. Check the official site for details, and don't worry if it seems complex at first, you'll get familiar with it as you create more and more roles. Now it's time to create the role logic with KQL. Once your KQL is set, use View Query Results to test and tweak it as needed. As for the entity mapping, this step is useful if you plan to automate incident responses. For example, map the host entity to show information about the device name. You can even set up automation to close incidents automatically if the device is expected to have ChatGPT access, keeping an auditing trail while reducing SOC workload. As for query scheduling, in this case, I'll set it up to run every 24 hours to capture the past 24 hours of activity. If needed, adjust the alert threshold, and in my case, I leave it at 0 to catch all activity. In the Incident Settings tab, I always recommend to set up alert grouping to avoid alert fatigue and streamline incident management. Once we are happy with our analytic role, let's hit on Review and Create to save the role. As you can see, the new role has been now created and it's now live in our environment, running every 24 hours. Congratulations! Now you know how to create a custom analytic role in Microsoft Sentinel. Happy hunting!